I suppose you've only joined my streams midstream. Hello, everybody. This is Prince of Queens, and I am joined by Drunken Uncle, who you guys have met before if you've been on my streams or watched my
Hey.
streams, and Wizard of Cause, who I have been wanting to talk to for many, many months. Um, and
Fuck.
he,
I'm apparently logged in under AJ's account.
oh,
Wow.
It's not my fucking stream. Whatever. As long as they see.
I think that as long as you have the video on, people will recognize your face and your voice.
Oh, I'm sure. No, I'm sure. That's just...
And so I decided that I didn't want to make a video today. I just didn't feel like it, and I think I had a number of videos this week anyway, and I had a stream one night and actually managed to make a video in the same day, so I was like, fuck it. And I wanted to try to talk to some people who grew up in leftist, extremely leftist environments. So I tried to hit up the Holidays, Jeff and Memory Holiday, and Wizard of Cause, because from my understanding of the three of them, they are people with similarly entrenched in SJWs for the last probably 5 or 6 years. And YouTube has been sort of the outlet of kind of getting away from that a little bit. That's my understanding. And then I watched Milo Yiannopoulos on Real Time with Bill Maher, and was gravely disappointed. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched about 10 minutes of it, but I was gravely disappointed in him. He sounded really bad to me. And so I kind of wanted to talk about that. But
Milo or Bill?
Milo.
Oh. By the way, where is this stream?
This is on my channel, Prince of Queens.
Yeah, I'm looking now. I'm not seeing it.
Oh, that's weird. Here, let me...
He just wants to see himself, doesn't he? Narcissistic.
No, I just want to link it for people to watch.
He's trying to get us viewers, fool. Yeah, no, he has a...
I'm trying to make this a job, man, all right? You're trying to blow my fucking spot up. I don't appreciate it. Not the fucking least, okay? I don't appreciate that. No, it was funny because I actually just upgraded my internet, so I get HBO Go now, right? Like I could just go watch HBO whenever I want. And I took a look at Bill Maher, and I'm like, oh, the fucking Milo one's not up yet. Shit. And I'm not even like a fan of Milo, but I do want to see those two speak. And
it's compelling, isn't it? He is. I mean,
Bill
regardless of
Maher,
whether or not you agree with him, he's got a very compelling way of speaking.
No, Milo's very entertaining. My only gripes with Milo are honestly just like basically his dishonesty.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've said it in plenty of streams before now, like Chris in your stream with this. Milo just desperately wants to be this age's Oscar Wilde. He wants to be Oscar Wilde, pretty much. But
do you know what? I can totally see that actually.
Yeah, and the problem is that the hills he has to climb, he can't find them as easily because Oscar Wilde, well, all you had to do was be gay, and all of a sudden, like you're on trial. Milo, it's like, who do I have to offend today? Oh, I noticed there's a new version of feminist. I better get right on it. Yeah,
right,
it's like
you're spot on. Oh my, you just fucking blown my mind, bruh. Fucking hell, that's brilliant.
That never occurred. Wait, that never occurred. Like you've never read like the transcript of Oscar Wilde's trial, and then thought about Milo Yiannopoulos and said, "Oh, that's what he's after."
No, I've never done that. I've got a life. But I mean, it's wonderful to hear about someone who has. That's fantastic. Fucking hell, I've never thought about that. Oh, bloody hell. I'm going to have to sit the next 5 minutes out, guys.
Well, you think about it, Oscar Wilde was in at least like the modern time of print and such. Like Oscar Wilde was the original edgelord.
Agreed, yeah, but he didn't try, did he?
And well, he didn't have to try.
Well, no, exactly. He was.
Milo is like, okay, first of all, Milo's not that great of a writer. Every time I try to read his fucking shit on Breitbart, I'm like, dude.
I think maybe I haven't read any of his more recent things, and I'm tempted to say perhaps that his writing maybe suffered because of his fame. But I remember like the reason that I first found back in the Gamergate days, the reason I like found Monopolist to be interesting. I found it. I loved his prose. I thought it was really. I thought it was just good. I enjoyed it.
Well, maybe I should read some of the older stuff from Gamergate because I found about I learned of him late 2015 was when I first actually discovered him, and it was all from live appearances. I'm thinking, you know, maybe he wants to be Oscar Wilde, but he's going to end up the next Eddie Izzard. I'm guessing.
I love it.
There's some gentle brutality to that. But
the thing is, I mean, Eddie Izzard is an absolute gent. So I mean, it's not an insult.
No, it's not. It's not. But can you see what I'm saying?
I totally can. Yeah, because the thing is that Eddie Izzard is the actual speech patterns between them are exactly the same. I completely appreciate that, Prince.
I don't know. I think
watch Eddie Izzard stand up. He will do these very, very quick bursts of speech.
Yeah.
Milo sounds like he's on just a little bit more Adderall.
I like that. I really do like that though. That Eddie Izzard, Milo. It could be. I mean, do you know what? The son that never was. It could happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the thing about Milo. I mean, you know, there's the criticisms about his privileged charity, right? But more than that, I mean, like I remember, what was it? I think it was like a year and a half ago, maybe. I was still writing for Occupy.com from time to time, my last leftist publisher, who I will actually be writing for again soon. I've been given the opportunity to write critiques of the resistance. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I will love that.
No, this is why I really respect that publisher, despite how mired it is in social justice, feminism, this new neo-progressive shit, right? I respect them because I remember when I was writing for him originally, he was trying to give me pointers on, because I'm verbose when I write. I never write anything in 500 words if I can write it in 1250, right?
I've watched a number I've watched a number of your like scripted videos, so I think
you know I have this like torrid love affair. I practice Kama Sutra with the English language plenty of time.
You filthy bastard.
Yeah, pretty much. But in that, I mean, he wanted me to cut it down, be more concise, and that actually was an irony in writing. But I'll explain that later. But and I asked him, so do you want shit to be more like Greg Palast? And he says, no, absolutely not. No, Greg Palast just like puffs his chest for his hard left audience and then preens about it. I'm like, whoa, okay. You just want it tighter, more concise. Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
Well, I got this email from the publisher. I haven't written for them in roughly a year, I dare say. I wrote 2 pieces about Gamergate that they were willing to publish. And then I wrote one about college progressives being censorious cunts. And they published that. And then I just never went back because I ended up writing the beer column and other things. And I got this email saying, if you're getting this email, it's because you've previously written with us before. We'd like you to help us cover the resistance and and what the new progressive movement looks like. I wrote back to him saying, I'm guessing you wrote me this because I was on your list. I'd be happy to publish with you, but the only thing I really have to offer are what you would, I suppose, call devil's advocate arguments about, criticisms of the left, of the resistance.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And I outlined them too. I said things like, the Women's March had an unintelligible message that no one is certain of, and therefore it does no good. And that if these protests continue to be so regular and so disruptive, yet become a regularity, no one's going to care, no matter how.
No matter how. I've never heard that point so articulately put. That is fantastic to finally fucking hear. Do you know what I mean?
90% of women are all going to go on strike 5% at a time. Never underestimate the power of that.
Well, that's
it's completely lacking in like the in thinking what the result of that would be, or what that would equate to. No one's thinking about. No, it's just we're going to strike.
Here's the thing, and I mean I've explained this in videos and such, but you're new to me, and I'm new to this stream. So I spent roughly 10 years on the professional left. I was a union organizer. I was a political operative, campaign contractor. Yeah, I did that for roughly about 10 years off and on.
I mean, so you know what you're talking about right
now.
Yeah,
no. I mean, when I say these things, what was always interesting when they block up roads or when they block up highways, right? My thinking was always that, I remember the first rebuttals to criticisms of that were people showing pictures of Martin Luther King's marches and how they would block up portions of bridges and roadways. The difference being, and you can see it plain as day in the photographs, and many of them, is that they don't block up the entire road. They block up one half of the road more times than not. And this is something you're taught to do. If you're rallying and marshalling an event, you don't block up the entire road. You want people to be able to drive.
You get arrested if you do.
No. That has nothing to do with it.
No? Okay, fair enough. Okay.
No, it's because if you block up half the road, right? Let's say you have 2 lanes of traffic going northbound and 2 lanes of traffic going southbound, and it's not a fucking highway. But a major city thoroughfare, 2 or 3 lanes either way. You block up one set of those lanes. You obligate the police to come out and direct traffic around that obstruction.
Yeah.
And you rally and marshal it in a manner that it maintains an obstruction but not a hazard. And the point is that when people are driving on their way to work or home from work, driving across town or whatever they're doing, and they get snarled in this unexplained traffic, but it's moving, and then it moves around this big rally of people with signs and chants and all this shit, right?
Like maximum audience kind of thing.
It's not just maximum audience. It's supposed to inspire them to ask, what is this about? Mm-hmm. Why are these workers on strike? Why are
sorry, no, I appreciate that, but I mean, if they're on their way to work and everything, it's like fucking 9 to 5 and everything, and they're going to be late because of this obstruction. What's going to stop them from going, fuck these motherfuckers?
Well, that's the point, though. If you're late because of an obstruction by 10 minutes, right? Let's say you're 5 or 10 minutes late, and you get in, and you say, there's a protest downtown, this and that, that's why I'm late, I'm sorry. That's explainable. Yeah. If you end up not making it to work that day because they shut down the entire roadway,
yeah,
and they just and they're just there screaming, shut it down and fuck white people or whatever, no valuable point is getting across. And everyone who is and especially those who have their cars, like, honestly, I find myself internally sort of quietly applauding every time I see someone who turns their car down the wrong street and runs across one of these regressive protests, and then they have their car swarmed, and they just smash the gas pedal. I'm find myself saying,
no, that's true. I mean, isn't there a new law coming out that you can, or has it already come out where you can just drive?
Well, and that's sort of, I think, the consequence of having people that, the way that you were describing things, Nick, about taking up one half of the roadway, letting people get by, making your point. When it gets to the point that people are chaining themselves across a freeway, like the Bay Bridge in San Francisco, where people
that really worries me, man, because honestly, like, I don't have the kind of disposable income to repair a paint job or just get new headlights after I've smashed through a handful of college sophomores.
Yeah, no,
and the thing is, '90s Camry, man. I mean, I know parts are cheap, but
well, and when you obstruct economies that much, when you because people drive, not a whole lot of people drive into San Francisco from Oakland. I used to live in the Bay Area, but enough that, and when you're disrupting the economy that much, that's when you start getting wealthy employers starting to lobby for laws to make it okay to mow fucking people down, because they're like, no, fuck this shit.
Yeah, I kind of get. I mean, I get that, but I think a lot of it is in the use of your word. The actual economy as opposed to the actual, because the economy is based on the people at the very bottom, isn't it? If they if they disappeared, then everything would fucking fall apart. It is the people on the bottom that during these roadblocks and everything are getting affected by it.
Brother, it's a food chain. If
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is totally.
If any element of the food chain disappears, if the ultra wealthy, and this is speaking as somebody who was a unionist, still is like I'm still in like philosophically speaking and politically speaking, I'm still strongly in favor of unionism. I just don't like the unions that are out there. But no, I mean, like, I'm one of those.
Fair. I kind of get that, to be honest.
Yeah, and well, also, it's fun because I have one of those fun sort of positions where I'm one of the filthy fence sitters, the dirty alt right, alt center fucking centrist types, and as part of that, like if I'm speaking to a social justice warrior. These days, I'm a Nazi, which is hilarious because I'm a Jew. Yeah, well, it's hilarious to me because I'm a Jew descended from Holocaust stock.
But
if it's
hilarious, really, it doesn't.
Yeah, but if I speak with your average Steven Crowder super fan, yeah, I'm a fucking filthy communist.
yeah. No, I'm exactly in the same way as you. Drunken Uncle's familiar with my videos, and
totally.
I would say that the two most, when I first started really watching YouTube videos, the two people that I ended up feeling, I would say the three people that I ended up feeling like I had the most political alignment would be you, Wizard of Cause, though I didn't watch a whole bunch of your videos at first, and then Sargon, I have a lot in common with him, and then Vernaculus.
Who doesn't? Fucking hell.
I have a lot in common with Vernaculus and you, and I would say that the type of videos that I actually make as a content creator are most similar to yours and Vernaculus in the way that you are the only two YouTubers that are bigger than myself that I see who consistently pump out completely original material.
Well, looking at your channel, you're not doing too bad. 7.3. It's not too bad.
I'm doing all right. Yeah.
Now, when you say original, and just to get off the political thing for just a moment, just a side note, and I am saying this with full love in my heart for him. Bearing is the laziest, cheapest cunt on the fucking internet. I love Bearing to fucking death. I
like him, but I'm not a super huge fan of response.
No, here's the thing
of response videos. Just in general. I sort of prefer Drunken Uncle here. He makes response videos. I think he's great. I love having it in streams. And if I'm gonna in the mood for a response video, I'll watch Drunken Uncles. But it's only 1 out of every 20 videos that I watch.
I'm only saying
you've got to be in the mood.
Yeah, I'm only saying it's honestly pretty much consistently every video Bearing puts out, I find myself entertained with. I enjoy. But I am increasingly noticing, especially since he started using the drone footage, and I asked him in Skype, I'm like, "Did you buy a drone?" He's like, "Oh yeah, do you want some footage?" Okay, you're just flying your drone around, and all I can see every time I see one of his videos now is all right, we're going to listen to this cunt explain to us why she's dumb. Then I'm going to offer some thoughts. And then I'm going to play my song and go fly my fucking drone again.
That's very good imitation. Did the entire reason you brought him up was just so that you could do that imitation? Because that would be a worthy reason.
No. If I was going to bring people up to as a justification to imitations, I'd be like, now, has anyone else noticed that Grade A under A hasn't made a video in a while? You fucking bastards!
Wait, who is that? Who is that? Drunken Uncle?
Grade A under A?
Oh, I don't know that person.
Oh, he has a fun channel. It gets more fun the further back in time you go. I could also tell everyone how Kraut Tea is actually just my clones. See, the thing is, I have thousands of clones down in the basement that I keep to regrow organs which fail me over time. Or I could just slip then, because I've been drinking wine, but then just slip quickly into Dr. Lehman, my dudes.
Cool, you know how to make a man go moist, you do.
Well, no, let me show you this thing, though, my dude. This is the most red-pilled thing you will ever see, I promise. Honestly, fucking funniest comment I heard from Sargon's stream with Jontron. The first one, that is. But this isn't harmful opinions, but
oh my god, that's really good. Yeah. What happened to his channel anyway?
Oh, it got nuked, but he's autistic and doesn't give a shit. Like he's just like, maybe I'll rebuild my channel, maybe I won't. I don't know. I mean, he was streaming with Teal Deer today to talk about Candid, and it's like the first time I've heard Teal Deer say anything that I'm like, hey, it's a very good point. Maybe I should listen to live streams with you instead of your like videos where you spend 20 minutes being condescending cunt, where you could spend 6 minutes giving me the data I want.
As he drinks out of his fucking goblet. What a gangster. Fucking hell.
Actually, that is AJ's. Yeah. This is actually AJ's cup.
So you actually you're a content creator on YouTube. Yeah, I do apologize. I've never heard of you before. I got a feeling, right, that you are incredibly articulate and very well learned, and I'm not, and that's why we're both here. Because Prince and Queen
down to the voice,
is a cunt.
Well, okay.
Comes down to the voice.
Can I explain each of you to each other so that you guys don't have to talk about who each other are? Is that a good?
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
So
you know, I'm sorry. Actually, wait. No, that's a good idea. You should introduce your guests.
You should. He should. Shouldn't
well,
he?
according
That's very rude of you.
According to me, this is who each other is. Okay. First of all, I just want to say that the house guest that Nick has, which says AJ. AJ was signed into yeah. Say hi, AJ. I actually met AJ. Look how cute she is.
Hello, AJ.
I met her at Jeff Holiday's New Year's Eve stream.
Shit.
Yeah, because not stream, actual meetup in Portland. And
you went to a party at Jeff Holiday's and you met AJ. You used to live in Portland.
Yeah.
Right before that.
Is that an American Horror Story shirt that you have on?
It is, yeah.
So yeah, I was there. I went down just because I have a really good friend there. I don't like people in the city that I live in, which is Seattle, because Seattle is maybe even more SJWE than Portland. And so I wanted to visit my friend, and then I randomly saw that Jeff Holiday was having a meetup, and I was like, okay, I have literally talked to Jeff Holiday for about 10 minutes on one stream with 10 people, so he really doesn't know who I am. But
she was about as excited to meet you. Actually, yeah, she was maybe a little more excited to meet and hang out with you than Jeff or Memory.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Yeah, you went to the other one, right? You went to the other meetup? Or was it the first or second one?
No,
no, that's right. You went to the birthday party.
The birthday party.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, she's spoken of how much fun she had.
Like, oh my god, I got to meet all these people, and it was so fantastic.
Yeah, my friend really liked you a lot too.
Oh, thank you. He was such a sweetheart.
Yeah,
I've never met him.
I'm also a sweetheart. I just want to say.
Yeah.
So
YouTuber in real life.
So I had to introduce her because she's actually there. And then, okay, so Wizard of Cause, and this is sort of what was motivating the stream. As he was mentioning before, he did a lot of activism, leftist type stuff. And I have a very long history of, I only officially worked in activism in my very first job, which was when I turned 16 and I started working for a tele-fundraising place. So it was all nonprofit fund. It was called MJM and Associates in Seattle.
Everyone worked at a fucking call center at the age of 16, man. Everyone.
Oh my god, it was so horrible. It was the worst fucking job, and it was corrupt too. Even back then, like in the 90s, the way that they structured it was like they would tell you to try to trick your calls into donating more money than they were willing to by saying will
That's
you do
training right there.
It's what?
It's shitty fucking training and management. I managed dude, I've managed phone banks in the past, and I'll tell you, like, I know people who are like, you need to trick them into doing something.
Yeah.
The real trick is that if you're the manager of a phone bank, you need to trick the people who you put on the phones into thinking that everything they're doing is fine.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did, and it was fucked up shit because this is what they did. They would tell you to try to like get them to do a seasonal donation or a biannual donation, and then they wouldn't really know what they were signing up for.
Yeah, but do you know?
And then they would complain. Then they would complain, and then they would fire you. And And then and they knew that they were doing it, and I know that because anybody who worked there, if they got a friend to sign up and start working there, they would get paid a $50 bonus to get a friend to sign up and start working there. So they obviously knew that they were getting people to do unethical things.
Straight up. No, yeah, that was just like a boiler room call center then. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful.
I've been a part of those. No, I've run phone banks, like political phone banking. Honestly, too, if you ever find yourself on an election year, hard up for a job, but you're the kind of person who can confidently speak to strangers on the phone and try and ask them for money or opinions or any kind of shit, just talk with people. Election season phone banking, when I was doing it, we used to bill people out at like $12 an hour, and it's like later evening shit, so it's part-time work, but it's a decent way to make emergency money on certain seasons. But in those ones, it's funny when you call up a political donor, right? And I'm talking about like for a real campaign. When you call up a political donor, the biggest hurdle to get over is the notion that they won't want to spend the money.
Yeah.
And this is something, it's like almost like I almost feel like it should be the first rule of sales, but it's not. But it ought to be. Is that the client or prospective customer is always actually just assume that they're willing to spend as much money as you want them to.
Yeah, that's
when you're wrong, you're fine, but when you're right, you win.
That was something I learned.
That's political fundraising.
Well, no, you're totally right. I mean, it's a case of like push the boundaries as far as you fucking can, right?
It did actually kind of work that way on the shitty fundraising thing, that because largely we were calling people who had donated in the past, and they just wanted me to cut through the bullshit and just tell them how much, and they would see what they could do, and I made more money through those people if I would just kind of be like, say the number, like, okay, we're asking for a donation of 2,300, and they'd be like, maybe half of that, and if I would just say it, I would be more likely to get a pledge.
Well, the funniest thing I've noticed recently, so like the day job that I'm working to escape, I should be hopefully out of it and just producing written and video work full time.
Yeah, get on it, bro.
That's the fucking goal. That's the fucking goal. Well, I've been working at a beer shop for the last 2 years. I mean,
That is my dream. Do you know that?
Oh, no. I'm living your dream. You just don't realize it yet, because like the beer shop is like the annoying day job. The side job, which is actually, this column is coming to an end, but for the past 2 years, I've been the beer and liquor critic and columnist for everyjoe.com.
You smell like it.
Yeah. Oh, no, I mean, it's great. I mean, like this little bottle, like I got 2 of these with Lafroig Scotch. One was the Select, and it's $50 a bottle, and then the other one was Lore.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no, I got that in the mail.
What? Fuck off. What?
Yeah.
Don't give me that. Don't give me that.
No,
I will come up to your house right now. I will carve you out of your body, and I will wear your skin as a suit just so I can collect your fucking mail.
Yeah, but I don't collect my mail. So, like,
all right, that's the only reason that
fucking getting a man for no good reason, and all the booze would already be gone because I'd have been preparing for the end of my life.
Yeah, it'd be a laugh though. Trip to America. Fuck it.
Wait, you guys, I remembered that.
Point. I wanted to make a point with that, though. Okay. I wanted to make a point. I mean,
I'm so sorry.
That wasn't just drunk bragging. No, it's a funny thing. I work in a craft beer store now, right? The cheapest beer we have, I think, is like $1.50 a bottle, and even that's like we look at that as shit. Most normal beer drinkers would look at it as like, whoa, that's some weird import. We have there's like a bottle I know, for instance, from a brewery called Allagash, which is out of Maine. They make a thing called Curio. This is a Belgian style ale, so it's got that tangy
actual ale, yeah, not lager, ale.
Yeah, no, proper ale. No, it's a proper Belgian ale.
Now we're talking.
Belgian style ale. It's brewed with a proprietary yeast. It's got that Belgian yeast sort of tang to it.
Yeah.
But it's
hoppy.
No, it's not that hoppy. No, it's more
hoppy.
No, it's citrusy, it's kind of acidic, but then what they do is they take that and they age it for like I think 2 years in bourbon barrels.
In bourbon, fuck off.
Does it taste? Does it taste anything like the Mike's Hard Lemonade that's flavored black cherry style that I'm drinking right now? I'm guessing not. Sorry, I was just thinking about how different what you're describing what I'm drinking.
I'll tell you what, if you actually want to have a real laugh, you just got to have a look at his missus behind him going, oh, for fuck's sake, he's chatting about fucking beer again. For fuck.
Yeah, it's not my girlfriend. She's my tenant, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ever so sorry. Correct, I meant tenant.
I mean, we fuck and everything, but...
Oh, yeah, of course.
I would expect you guys to. You're both very attractive.
You got to rent somehow. Let's be fair.
But no, the fucking point I wanted to make before I kept getting sidetracked by how awesome like being a professional drunk is. Thank you, drunken uncle. Was that
you can call him Drunkle for short.
Well, no, here's the thing though. Like we get these like weird limited batches, right? So that Allagash I was telling you about, it's aged in bourbon barrels. Here's the thing about beer: if it's not an IPA, if it's not super hoppy,
yes,
and it's over 8% alcohol,
yes,
aging it actually does make it better. It ages like wine.
What's the highest percent of ale that you've had then? This is getting really boring right now, but just a last question before we actually get to something that people would actually want to hear, I suppose.
Yeah, all right. The strongest, the strongest alcohol percentage.
Yeah. Not alcohol, but ale. Not alcohol, not fucking liquor or anything. Liqueur.
No, ale or beer. Yeah, what's the strongest beer I've ever had?
Strongest ale, strongest beer, actual beer.
Dogfish had 120-minute IPA. It's technically an IPA because that's like the thing that they initially brew it as.
Come on, give me the numbers, bro. Give me the numbers. Come on.
Between 18 and 19%.
Fuck off! You're joking.
I didn't know that.
No, Google it right now.
I got a star on my face when I drank 2 pints. Was it ale and then crashed into the back of a van?
Thick, like some sort of weird Middle Eastern like coffee drink. But
it's made in fucking Maryland.
Did it ooze out of the bottle?
No. Listen, this is a beer that is made in Maryland.
Are you drinking it by the pint though? By the actual pint.
I had 3 pints and then I walked home.
But the actual pint, yeah, not like an American.
Yes, no. Like when you get a pint, good. We have like the pint glass and then we have like pints. But no, yeah, I had 3 of them, and then I walked home. Fortunately, like the place I drank them at was like I think maybe 120 yards from my house.
How do you still have at least half of your face? I don't understand.
Hey, you guys. Okay, knowing that I'm with.
Hold on, fucking. I had a point, and he telling me it was boring beforehand. The point I've been
No. Oh, okay, yeah. Beer job.
Is that I sell bottles that are 20 to sometimes 25, maybe even $30 a bottle. Sometimes even more. And yeah, they're like the big 750 milliliter, 22-ounce bottles. Yeah. But I see people just come in, ordinary fucking looking people. And they're like, oh, I feel like, I don't know, I want a nice beer right now. I just want to watch a nice beer and watch the game. Okay. If you show them the $35 bottle of beer, they'll buy it. They will. They won't bat a fucking eye. To them, $35.
In which case, who's the stupid person out of that? The person who's buying it for $35 or the person who didn't think to fucking sell it for $45? For fuck's sake, man. Come on.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, you come fucking run the books and catch the 900 different SKUs. You do that. I'll be waiting for you.
Okay, so knowing that I'm talking to 2 drinkers, have either of you ever taken a shot of Everclear?
Yeah. You might have to tell me what it is first.
I live in New Hampshire, dude. Yes.
Well, I've drank many things.
Have you ever?
Everclear is the most distilled liquor that you're like legally allowed to drink.
Oh, really? That sounds delicious.
Everclear is just a generic term that is like kind of thrown on anything that could be called industrial grade alcohol solvent.
Oh, okay. So I guess you're gonna you could
No,
maybe
there is a true Everclear, but not it's kind of like real LSD. It, you know, 9 out of 10 times.
Oh, like you know it when you have it.
The real hash, real absinthe. For fuck's
I
sake.
could go
I've had
on
real
about my my teenage years. I used to get real LSD. I grew up in
I
Seattle.
stole it.
I grew up in. I used to help work parties that were underground raves that everybody in the whole rave got free acid. And it would come from the San Francisco area. This was in the late 90s when I was like 16, 17, maybe 18. And I was part of this whole underground scene that was.
Like the maybe, by the way.
What?
I like the maybe, by the way.
Well, I did this for like 3 years, and there was this kind of, so this is in Seattle in the late 90s. Seattle in the late 90s was a very amazing place because a lot of people came there to be artists in the way that they, you know, like the grunge movement was happening and it was very cheap to live in Seattle. But at the same time, there was a whole shit ton of money because of Microsoft and a little bit from Amazon, which were just starting to take off to the point that they didn't completely buy all of the land and turn everything into condos. So when Seattle in the late 90s had this very amazing thing going on where they had an underground rave scene, which was unreal because a lot of the people that were artsy, but they worked for Microsoft and stuff. So they all knew how to use the internet, and there was mailing lists on the internet, but the cops did not know about them at all. The cops had no concept that there was a bunch of people who liked acid and shit that would be on the internet. So they didn't know to, you know, find our little, like mailing lists and bust our parties. So we would have these parties that had 300 people and everybody would be on acid. They would literally get free acid at the door. And I used to work these parties as a teenager. It was kind of an amazing time, just as a little side note. And I'm 35. I just turned 35.
All right, so yeah, at another time frame you're talking about now.
Yeah,
that was still possible then. That was still possible then.
Yeah. Cops had no concept what was going on mailing list culture in the late 90s, like around 2007 through 97 through 2000. They did not know. They didn't they thought that the only people that used mailing lists and shit were just nerds. Nerds weren't up to nothing. They weren't doing nothing wrong. Yes, we were. Yes, we were.
I'm a bad son.
No, I was like 16. The cops showed up to a party that it was called Operation Mindfuck, and there was like
that sounds wholesome.
Operation.
Wait, what?
Was this the name of the party or the name of the cops, like sting operation?
No. The party itself was called Operation Mindfuck.
Okay, because I would love to be on like the cop squad. That's like, all right, we're gonna go bust up this acid drug party here. There might be some ecstasy. Calling it. Well, we let Theo name it. Theo, what do we call it? Operation Mindfuck.
Hey, Artie, grab the flash grenades. Oh, I've been waiting all week for this shit.
No, this is like a moment that if I had video footage of my entire life as lived through my eyes, like some sort of contact lens shit, you know, this would be one of the most amazing, like 15 minutes. The cops show up. And there's like it's like 3:30 a.m. So everybody's like peaking on their acid trip. Everybody was on acid, like everyone. It was given out for free at the door. And
basically, it's not a good time. Yeah.
It was awesome. This party was amazing, and but it was an acid party. Okay, cops show up. And everybody was like, oh shit, the cops, I'm tripping. And so everybody was scared of them. And they were standing there for like 10 minutes, just kind of looking around like, what is this party? This is weird. There's like, you know, boobies and stuff. Like, I don't know if there was that many topless women, but there are probably a few. And everybody was scared to talk to them. So I'm like 17 or something. I'm just like, you know what? No one's talking to the cops. I should probably do it. And so I walk up to the cops, totally tripping. And I'm like, hello, officer. How are you doing? This is a really nice party. It's private. Nobody here, is you can't pay to get in here. Everybody was invited. There's no alcohol at all. There's absolutely zero alcohol. There's no fighting or anything like that. If you want to take a look around, you can, but just so you know. And the cops were like, oh, it's fine. He seems like a nice kid. And they left. It was awesome.
You say there was drugs floating around.
Oh, everybody was on drugs.
And it was just like, we're all good. Fuck it.
Yeah, they're like,
have a good night, guys.
He seems like a nice kid. Yeah.
You're fucking joking.
Yeah, I was like, there's no bar, there's no alcohol. They're like,
my days, mate. No, fucking, we got fucking drugs get busted down on so often here that it gave us fucking Banksy, mate. Do you know what I mean? Fucking.
Well, I don't know if the acid was on sweet tarts that night. It was on the big sweet tarts where, they're like a kind of like a church wafer size. And it was liquid. They put a drop of the. Sorry, I'm burping. But yeah, that
you could have got away without saying. You're fine.
that particular night, it was like that. So yeah, that was a crazy party. I have so many crazy party stories from the late '90s, early 2000s. That's something.
That was the best time for parties, though, wasn't it? That was the best time for parties, man.
It was definitely some of them.
Things just got out of hand back then, and there was no one to call.
When I was 19, this would have been 2000. Yeah, this would have been 2002. I got a job at this pizza shop in a strip mall, right? And
oh God, fucking Muhammad on a bendy bus. How old are you?
What?
How old are you?
33.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah.
Now I really do want to wear your skin.
No, I don't.
Gorgeous for your age, mate. You look fucking. Oh my days!
I just have good hair.
Could you imagine? Age of 33 and you look like that? Fucking hell! That explains how Hugh Hefner still gets pussy, doesn't it?
All right. No, I'm just gonna wrap myself in that around in it.
I digress.
Like my warm blanket to keep me against the cold.
No, bro, wrap yourself in me. I ain't even gay, but do you know what? I'd think about it.
Okay. No, you didn't derail me. I still remember what the fuck I was talking about. So this bar, well, it was a pizza joint. They put a bar in, right? And then, well, it was a whole scam. The Greek owner put a bar in.
Was it like a bar inside a pizza joint? Was it still a pizza joint or was it a bar?
It was still a pizza joint. Still served really
with a bar in it?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Oh, no, but here's the thing is that instead of the locals picking up on it, because it was in this, here in the U.S., right, in like most towns, you have a downtown commercial area that's not really a walking traffic place. It's where you go to shop. You drive there. And so this is like kind of a remote shopping plaza on a very
district. Kind of like a commercial district.
On the side of a busy-ish highway.
Yeah, I'm with you, yeah.
Yeah, so there's not really a lot of walk-in bar traffic there, but we did get a lot of midday, really frustrated housewives and moms coming in for cocktails while their kids ate pizza before they had to go back to TJ Maxx to shop for fucking school clothes or something. But here's where it got really interesting, though, is because
it gets worse than that, does it?
Oh no, this is a story. Buckle in, friend.
I'm in there. I got my fucking seatbelt on.
All right, so this pizza shop is in Manchester, New Hampshire, the shitty little city that I live in right now. There is the closest thing that this state will ever experience to organized crime, and at one time in the 90s and early 2000s-ish was the Greek. The Greek, they ran all of the bookies, the back room poker and gambling joints, prostitution, I think drugs, I'm not sure, but most of it was gambling, and they did a fine job of it for like a small time
They did a fine job of it.
No, they did. No, they did. Honestly, no, they
no. Actually, I completely. I know what you're saying. Like everything was fine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they had.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with
friends.
you.
They had friends in government. They had friends.
It's just a funny thing to hear, isn't it? Everything, you know. And they did.
Well, I was a criminal. No, I was a criminal in my youth. So knowing the Greeks and
he wasn't a criminal in their fucking youth, for goodness sake.
Well, no, I mean, there's like, you know, you're kind of criminal in your youth, and there's like, no, I was a criminal. I had schemes.
No, I didn't even realize I was dealing coke until I turned 14, so I don't know what the fuck.
Actually, that's the thing. This happened at that pizza place. Long and short, this Greek bookie ends up owing his bookie, the bookie's bookie, way more than he can pay. So he runs this ingenious scam. He sells half of his business to an outside investor.
What?
Yeah, a private outside investor. He sells half the business privately. He does that, and the dude in question was a construction worker. And I've noticed, for some reason in New England, if you work in construction for long enough, your dream ends up being owning a restaurant and a bar.
Oh, that's actually the same in Old England as well.
Okay, yeah. So it's the same through and through.
Yeah.
That being the case, he got this guy who used to run forklifts and work general labor crews. Well, he took out a mortgage, his second mortgage on his house, and he bought half this business.
No, this is not going to end well for this man, is it?
Oh, no. It didn't end well for anyone. In fact, one of the
good. Yeah, I love a
one of the characters involved, and it had nothing to do with the story itself. But one of the yeah, I know, it's fucking chord's killing me.
Man's freaking out over it. Like he really does not want to tell the end of this story, does he?
It's a corded fucking camera. But
the real MVP.
One of the players in this drama does, in fact, well, actually, two of the players in this drama do end up dead, but one of murder and one of an accident, neither of which had anything to do with the story, but it was the story of these people. But it was insane. So, like, this guy, let's call him Richie, buys into half of the business. And the old Greek, Arthur, he's dead now. So I'll say his name. But he was the one who was running this scam. Now, the trick is that he got this dude to buy into half of the business with an agreement that he would buy the other half by taking out a loan against his share of the business, right? So he's basically putting a mortgage on his share of the business.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what, you've lost me because you've just brought in fucking banks.
Okay, yeah. No, but the long and short is that for those who understand what Arthur was...
No, I understand mortgages and everything, but I just go, fuck it, banks. I don't want...
Yeah. Well, this guy, he wanted to own this business and shit, right? But the day we found out, because the trick is that he would not be given that loan because the previous owner, Arthur, had enough connections with the state, and we don't pay state income tax, so we just pay business tax and then federal tax.
Bloody
Arthur had managed to make it look as though that pizza shop had only made 12 grand in an entire year. So when Richie, not knowing this, because he's not really that sharp, he didn't really look at all the books and everything, goes to get the loan and is told, no, this business does not make nearly enough to justify giving you that much money.
Yeah.
Well, all of a sudden, Richie's fucked. Arthur forecloses on him and buys his shares out pennies on the dollar. Awful, nasty, vicious scam.
Isn't it actually cents on the dollar, though?
What? Stop laughing.
You don't pay pennies on the dollar. I mean, if you're going to pay pennies on the dollar, you're paying what?
It's a fucking turn of phrase.
It's 0.8 to the fucking dollar, mate. Do you want to do that? Yeah, I don't think you do.
Well, here's the fun part. Here's where the story came in, though. Because when in the period in which Richie first caught on to the fact that he was getting fucked by this business,
yeah,
and the point in which he gave up and everything.
So no, Richie's the main man in all this, yeah.
In this main story, yeah, Arthur's
Richie is, yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm just clarifying. Sorry.
Well, the trick to it is that once that happened, he rediscovered a coke habit. Let's say.
What Richie did.
Yeah.
Well, rediscovered.
Yeah. Rediscovered.
They call that a relapse in the meetings that you don't go to.
Exactly. Yeah. Richie.
Yeah, but I mean, you've not really had you already mentioned that before?
No.
Or
But
did
what
I forget? No, you
I don't think.
haven't. So
No,
that's
I
a
didn't. I
surprise
didn't.
thing.
But no, I didn't. But what the other thing I
There
didn't.
you go. Okay.
The other thing I didn't mention too was that Richie relapsed and then discovered that he enjoyed smoking rock cocaine far more than he enjoyed blowing powder cocaine.
Oh yeah.
So,
Don't we
People,
all?
people are like,
After
you know what?
fucking
You know
it?
what? I got sick of cocaine until I realized you could smoke it.
long and short of all of it, though, was that we ended up selling more weed out of that shop than we actually sold pizzas or beers. But every night at 9 p.m., we'd close the curtains, lock the doors, open the back door, and roughly a half a town's worth of underage drinkers would just stream in, sit at the bar, drink draft beer for free, drink joints,
Nice.
smoke joints. This is our night, 6 straight months. And it's like, oh yeah, that fucking awful fucking food service bar world. I never want to go back to
That
that
sounds
again.
wonderful.
Yeah, we think it's like the fucking early 2000s, late 90s. That was like the last time anyone could get away with anything.
Yeah, you're probably right, actually. Yeah.
Hey, just so you guys know, I'm gonna screen share my friend's shop in New Hampshire. He's one of my best friends from college, and I don't know if this town is anywhere by you, but his shop is very eye-catching. So tell me if you've seen it, okay?
Okay.
This shit.
Oh shit! Yeah, every time I go to work, mate.
Shut the fuck up.
Hell.
Where the fuck? What the fuck? What is that at in Portsmouth?
It's in no, hold on. Let me it's on Kittery.
Just dock your friend real quick. That's Maine, dude. Kittery, Maine. I know New England,
No,
one big
no.
state to everyone else.
No, but he's not in. Wait, maybe he did move to Maine. Oops.
That's Kittery, Maine. I mean, it's right. It is right across the board. And New England really is just one big state in that sense.
Wait, so is Maine very close to where you guys are?
I'm in the dead center of the southern part of the state. It would take me about 40 minutes to get to Maine. What the fuck are you talking about?
Chat.
Apparently your chat's fucking cancer, man.
Oh shit! What? Oh shit! I hadn't even looked at the chat.
Yeah, I mean, I've been looking for fucking reasons to put a gag in AJ's mouth, but I think I just
Can we get a little update from your girl in the background? Can we get?
Oh, she's fucking laughing her ass off. Look at her.
Yeah, exactly the right girl to give us the weather, right?
No,
It does sound good. I gotta
It'd
say,
be hilarious,
it
but
does
it'd be
sound
like-
fucking good.
there's gonna be a lot of rain over here. Where's the fucking ocean? There's gonna be a bunch of rain in the ocean.
So let me continue. You know, this was probably about 35 minutes ago, but I was supposed to say something about each of you explaining each other to. Okay, so when I first got on YouTube,
Go on, Prince. You're good.
when I first got on YouTube, I was, you cunts, you fucking.
I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. Don't worry.
I muted the fuckers. Okay, so when I first got on YouTube, I had been, knee deep in regressive leftist social justice warrior bullshit for very, very long time, and it was very, it was very depressing.
You're one from the other side, aren't you? You're one from the other side.
I was a fucking ranking officer in the other side. But it's not because it's not because I agreed with them. It was just because I did like music and theater and stuff like that with them, and it was like shitty, and so my audience tends to know that stuff about me. But finally I ended up finding that there was people who were, similar. I had a naive belief that I could find people who would blog about it on YouTube and stuff, or not on YouTube, on Google. Like if I actually believed that there would be some smart people talking critically about intersectional feminism on.
How do you feel about that now?
Oh
None?
God, no, no, not at all. And I swear to God that Google deliberately keeps critics of, intersectional feminism, fourth wave feminism,
Yeah.
social justice, blah blah blah. I swear to God that they make it so you can't find any blogger who is actually writing a good article about it. The only way that you can find it is on YouTube. Because I searched so hard because I was so driven to text, and then I finally got on YouTube and got in. And Wizard of Cause was one of the first channels that I found that did a really accurate description of intersectional feminism. I remember, like, it was I remember there was a line in one of his videos, and it was like, and there you have it, all your oppressions belong to us, or something like that. Do you remember?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that was one of like my early videos too.
Yeah, it was early. It was a
Oh,
lot.
no, so,
It was
yeah.
it was several months before I started making videos.
A friend of mine came back at me. He's like, "Oh yeah, way to go, dude! Like using one of the fucking most tired fucking maymays out there. You're just gonna go there, huh?"
With that line.
Maybe?
Yeah. No, all your oppressions are belong to us. I think it was the first video I took Riley or Dennis at the time, because I mean I don't want to erase Riley's former identity,
Yeah.
because that time and space existed, and I won't erase it. No one can ever, Riley, ever. No one can ever erase that.
Yeah.
I got a little sidetrack there. Shit. Yeah.
No, but it was worth it. It was worth it.
Well, no, but think of it, like I was a progressive blogger. I was. And I remember the reason you can't find any who aren't speaking to really good issues is because they all get really fucking tired of having to deal with their audiences. And in the course of such, they just get tired of having to write that shit.
I was pretty sure it was because if you ever said anything that was good, they would excommunicate you and tar and feather you at the same time.
I started out like my blogging career as a political fucking journalist in the whole fucking .org.com bullshit scene. Like I interviewed Brigida Johnsdaughter. She's like the founder of the Pirate Party, and she was a co-founder of WikiLeaks.
Huh.
And I got to I had no experience in journalism. I'd been an activist before, and I'd always been a writer. And I was I think I just wrote to her office, and I'm like, "Would you like to go on record and have an interview about this shit?" And it was just when Bradley Manning was getting sentenced and all that.
But then you say about you being an activist and everything.
We
where do you actually draw the line between being an activist? Of course, we all know that most people draw the line of activism as posting something on their Facebook wall. Do you know what I mean? But what do you actually think? Where does it start and where does it end?
Well, here's the thing: like activist journalists had a
when does it become activism and when does it become terrorism?
Well, those are two different things in terms of being a journalist, though. If you're going to be a journalist activist, that is a thing you can do, but it's a fucking tightrope that you walk, because you have to,
definitely,
you have to that. Well, that's the problem is most people don't even give a fuck. They're like, oh, I'm a journalist and an activist. I only report the findings and factoids that support my narrative, as opposed to an activist journalist is the kind of person who says, okay, there's an underreported story of genocide going on in a far-flung part of the world no one gives a shit about. I'm going to do everything I can to learn about and write about that.
Yeah, or somebody that, exposes something that is severely underreported even within the activist community, which, okay, for me, I completely divorced from politics directly around 2005 due to personal reasons. I had some very, I couldn't do politics for a while, and so I just did music and playwriting, but I ended up in very activist circles, and so everybody I knew was SJW feminist types and blah blah blah. Finally, with about 2 years ago, everything started getting weird, and things no longer made sense. It wasn't enough to be a gay guy and to be doing good work and be working with minorities. I had to be constantly exhibiting.
Your fucking Oscar Wilde card. It was hard.
No, I had to constantly be exhibiting white male guilt all the time, or and I was never good enough. So then eventually I ended up looking into men's rights types arguments, and the second I looked into men's rights arguments, and I was like, wait, these people are actually reasonable. I was fucking blocked by like five professional journalist females that I knew, who I didn't even realize how much of feminists they were, but it turned out that they were like, you know, fucking, if there was a feminist Illuminati, they would be doing everything they could to join it, apparently, and they were fucking cunts, and I hate them. And but it was awesome to find out that, you know, people I knew were actually secretly, you know, card carrying agenda seekers. Like they had an agenda.
Feeling, right? It's a weird feeling when you realize you're not just some crazy fuck out alone in the dark in the woods.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wait a second, no, holy shit! So I'm not the only one who thinks all of this is fucked up.
Yeah, well, no, and it didn't even occur to me for a very long time how fucked up it was. And then I started to realize how it was fucked up in my sphere. And then I realized that there was other people talking about it. And then as soon, like, I did have a gay pass. Like, I had a pass amongst their, you know, the straight white girls weren't going to attack me so readily because I was a gay guy. So even though there were people that were, like, saying fucked up, they were saying fucked up shit to me just because I was a white guy, they were holding back, apparently. And then once I looked into the arguments of white men who were sick of the bullshit, who happened to largely be MRAs and stuff, then they were like, oh no, we need to get him out of the circle. He's going to expose other people to the teachings, you know, to the resistance. And that was where it got really weird. But I was glad. It kind of woke me up to how treacherous these people truly are. It was like, wait, he learned about male suicide statistics. Get rid of him. He might tell someone.
You know, you could think, you know, it'd be funny if some took the feminist approach and said, oh, wait a second. No, this gay guy's just empathizing with men's issues just so he can get closer to men. Fuck them. It's weird.
Oh,
Get that in
Could you
eyes.
imagine? Oh, fucking hell. Turn it right around. That's impressive.
Hang on. Drunken Uncle, I'll tell you secretly, it's actually called MGTOW.
Is it because the last time someone told me a secret, I had something
Fucking
put
no,
inside
think about
me.
it. Like what else is a hardcore MGTOW outside of either a celibate monk or like closet homosexual?
Some of the gay guy or some of the MGTOWs try to cozy up to me.
Do you want to know what like my idea of the original MGTOW is? It's like the lead singer from Mindless Self-Indulgence.
Jimmy Urine?
Yeah. He's the original MGTOW. Jimmy Urine is like the original MGTOW.
For me, it would be the guy who plays Grey Worm in Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
No, that dude's going. Well, no, he's not going his own way. He's going the way of like a hot blonde, but on his own.
No,
terms.
no. I don't mean the character. I mean the guy who plays Grey Worm.
I don't know anything about him. Was he a
yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh well, fucking that helps. That fucking really advances the conversation then. Shit. Was curious, but I'm not curious anymore.
I just wanted to turn it weird for fuck's sake. All right.
So what's the story?
So Drunken Uncle though is he's funny that I found Drunken Uncle because I was on a stream with somebody.
Oh, we're still on the introduction, Prince.
Yeah, I still haven't done the introduction. You cunts keep talking. And I'm pissing right now. I'm literally shaking my dick off. So like I found Drunken Uncle when he had less than 1,000 subs, and I was this isn't actually that interesting of a story, but yeah. When you had probably like 600 or 700 subs, and I was like, I was on a stream with somebody else, and we ended up doing Together Tube, and he was like, "You got to check out this guy," and I was like, "Oh yeah, he's quite funny." And then I ended up streaming with you numerous times, like at least 2 times at this point.
Oh no! I mean, this is the fourth time.
Impossible.
No, it's like the 4th time, I guess. Maybe
there was actually a point where we actually met on Twitter, and I actually just sent you a tweet saying, "Yo, mate, I like your shit," and you're like, "Yeah, I like yours." That did actually happen, mate. I can fucking find it, mate. I'll do it. I'm a historian.
Okay. So yeah, so Drunken Uncle, but I've been proud because Drunken Uncle has ended up growing to over 3,000 subs now, I think.
Yeah, we're looking all right. Yeah.
So yeah, so I've discovered you early on and asked you on streams and stuff. Which you guys, there's this dude who is new who I had on a stream, and it was literally the first time he'd ever streamed. Just
It was.
did you
It
see
was,
that guy?
it was on my birthday.
Oh wait, wait,
Prince. It
wait,
was on my
wait, no, this
birthday.
happened to you. Yeah, I did that with you on your birthday apparently. Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
very proud of doing that with you. But there's another guy that I just did the same thing to. It wasn't his birthday, but a few days ago. That you guys should check out. His name is Wild Smile, and he is quite cool. Wild Smile. He's on a stream with me that is saved. You can check it out if you want to check it. Take a look at it.
Wild Smart sounds good. I'll check him out.
Yeah. So I'm muting myself for a second while I smoke. So.
Oh, fuck! I was gonna smoke.
I'll take a break to smoke, mate. You fucking amateur.
Yeah, no, but no. I mean, the worst thing is like, well, I have to go outside myself, and I can't mute now or go outside. I have to like hold the stream with you. Otherwise,
well, no, I can be on the stream while smoking. I walk around with my laptop in my hand, so I can do that.
Oh, adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
First world problems, right? How do I hold my laptop and smoke at the same time? I just can't. I want to kill myself.
I see a genuine life hack coming out of that. Do you have trouble walking around your apartment with your laptop and smoking?
Can you do that in the harmful opinions voice?
Oh my god.
Do you have trouble walking around your own apartment, both smoking and working the laptop? My God!
Bloody hell, that was pretty good.
My favorite video of Harmful Opinions was the one where he was like playing the feminist video games. Did you see that one?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I saw like a couple where he did that. He played Revolution 60. Why is this a game? I mean, who would buy this?
Was that the Brianna Wu game?
They could give this away, and still it would be terrible.
There was one that he was just bursting out and
oh my days, like, your voice has just gone from good to brilliant. Fucking hell.
Well, no, I mean I'm a voice actor, so it's unfair.
Well,
but I mean,
so
also,
am I, and that's why it should be fucking kudos.
I have had.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
Drunken Uncle actually.
People.
Drunken Uncle actually was in a script. He was the first. So I actually got a degree in play.
Please don't let that be my first credit as a voice actor to another voice actor.
It's my first credit for actually getting YouTubers to act out a script. And I got Miss Misa and Irate Bear and Drunken Uncle to do a British social justice meeting. It's on my channel. You can check it out later. Yeah, I gave Drunken Uncle the like Miss Misa and Irate Bear were like serious characters, and then Drunken Uncle was like just the retarded brother, sort of the script was how it works. I think his lines were delivered quite well in my opinion. So.
Well, you have to say that because I'm here.
I liked it. I mean, it's my own fucking script. What am I gonna say? It sucked. No.
No, I'm like that as well, mate. I've written a couple of scripts in my time, right? And I'll tell you what, the first script I fucking wrote, when it actually got acted out, the first night, opening night, I looked at it and everything that was happening, I just went, fucking hell, it almost looks like a real play.
Well, you should never.
It was a great feeling.
No, you should never be satisfied with what you're doing, though.
No, that's true. There's no such thing as a 10 out of 10, is there?
No. Like, no, some people do look at their work and say, "That's fucking perfect. I nailed it every time." You know what we call those people? Talentless cunts.
Fuck no. That's why I've not got a girlfriend.
I watch my videos and I think that nobody can understand what I'm saying. I'm like, did I mess up pronouncing that word right there?
No, don't worry. Trust me, from my own comment sections, I could tell you that if certain portions of people can't understand what you were saying, they'll let you know. They'll tell you right in the comments, like, you're mumbling. I don't understand what the fuck accent you're speaking in. Like, I'm speaking in
very true. I mean, every time I've said something that if I've even used the wrong fucking suffix, someone will tell me in my comment section.
Mm-hmm.
Well, other day, someone actually told me off. I said someone about fucking wearing a burqa in Iran, and they were just like, "Oh, we don't wear burqas in Iran. Read a fucking book." I'm not reading a fucking book about Iran. Fuck
Certainly
off.
not reading that fucking book. That sounds like a boring as fuck.
Well, I mean,
why would I read that?
Some cunt fucking unsubscribed from me today because in last night's video I talked about Donald Trump saying that, you know, he said, I guess I had the biggest electoral victory since Reagan. And I said that CNN was harping on that one point, and I thought that was kind of funny because it was like they didn't want people to watch the rest of his speech. And this guy was like, he had been repeatedly told not to say that because it wasn't true. And I'm unsubscribing from you now because you said that was trivial. Oh, and I was like, what the fuck? Fine, go away then.
No, but I'm sorry, man.
You never get maybe the feeling that maybe perhaps people aren't so much as, even now, not so much pro-Trump as they were anti-Hillary.
Yeah, but are you saying you're saying his speech? He was giving a press conference. I was begging for this fucking moment, to be honest with you.
Okay, because I did talk.
Trump giving a live press conference. I mean, can you imagine anything that, like, you know, the hysterical pseudo-nihilist would find more entertaining?
I loved it. I
didn't
loved
actually
it.
see it. So can I get a little bit of commentary? Treat it right. You guys between you. Treat it like a boxing match, right? Give me the commentary.
No, we don't. It was just that. It was a sad boxing match.
It was a very sad boxing match. So
yeah, that's really all it was. I mean, like, the very fact that he tried, like, I don't know if you know, I had this tremendous victory. It was a tremendous victory. I'm paraphrasing. I'm fucking embellishing here.
But I inherited I inherited a big mess. I heard
that. It was like the American people knew all these powers, all of the, so many powers you don't even know. You'd be amazed how many powers. Oh, they gave them and they entrusted them to me. In my hands.
If I was president of America, I'd be like, I got lasers coming out of my eyes. I'll make ice cream come out of my nipples, mate. I'll do anything.
Here's the sad thing: is Trump could have honestly come out and fucking straight ahead said, "Yeah, you know what? Like, ice cream comes out of my fucking nipples, and my eyes, and like my eyes bleed platinum." And people would be like, "Yo, we need that as our president." Fuck. I mean. And I can't, you know, it's not even a thing about blaming Trump voters. I voted for Trump because I lost a bet and I got a blowjob. So always hedge your bet.
Did you really lose
the
bet?
What would you have gotten if you won?
Anal.
I think like a vote in a different direction or some fucking humiliating shit. No, it was a dumb fucking vote. I don't take my vote seriously. I don't. I can't.
Well, apparently I don't either because I actually voted for Jill Stein.
Yeah, no, that's taking, not taking.
No, I mean, guys, I didn't even fucking vote in the fucking presidential election. I mean,
no shit. Why was that, you lazy cunt?
I could not get to the polling station.
What did you vote for?
Ridiculous.
What did you vote for in
travel?
Brexit? What did you Brexit?
I'm Remain, actually. Okay. And also, Prince, I fucking detest the word Brexit.
Okay.
I think that was actually the worst fucking thing to come of it.
Okay, your British succession from the European Union.
Separation. European.
Excuse me, sir. We use the word referendum around here.
Oh, my dude, let me tell you. If you like, give me 5 minutes. I'll find you the most red pill shit you've ever seen, dude.
Are we competing right now?
No, I'm just giving impressions of it.
Because if we are, I wouldn't know how to fucking respond. You would have won that one.
Do you have an impression, my friend?
An impression of what? I can do an impression of you, do an impression of me.
I just
sounds an awfully lot like me.
I mean, I just keep talking, and that's a big mistake of me because, like, two of you should just strike up a really good conversation.
Oh no, I do that as well. That's why I got my own channel where the only people who interrupt me, I actually let interrupt me.
What the fuck? I love. No, it's the weirdest thing. Like, I turn. Yeah, you see that, right? Yeah, I turn it off. Fucking, this is why like I shouldn't let people use my computer.
I'll tell you what, we're going to let Prince get back to what you were saying because
what was I saying?
Prince's channel, obviously.
I was thinking that we should look through. Okay, the new SJW flagship in terms of
There's a new one.
yeah, in terms of their favorite thing to look at. Their new news source, which is super woke, is apparently is
Shut up, super woke. Fuck.
it's apparently Teen Vogue is their favorite thing now. They think that Teen Vogue publishes the best articles, and it's really quite funny. And I think that we should go through a Teen Vogue article.
I just love how we've got varying degrees of woke. We got like woke, and then you got like uber woke.
Oh my god,
And
I
then
am
super woke.
playing with woke so much on Facebook with my stupid like fucking
I think you should.
Oh my god, with my SJW friends, like
Oh,
Prince,
I wish I were friends with you on Facebook, mate. I would love to laugh.
we could be
about
friends
shit,
on
mate.
Facebook. Yeah, no, when a friend of mine posts something that's like some stupid article, I'm like, oh man, when will people woke up? And like I don't know if they even know that I'm joking because they're so fucking stupid. But I want to screen share this. We're gonna look at Teen Vogue and we're gonna go through this fucking. So let's look. Okay, so we have Bella Hadid opens up about her biggest breakup on our new cover. That sounds boring.
Her eyebrows. Like, how did she do that? That is some plucking magic right there. Do you see that?
Meet 3 girl groups who are changing the music industry for good. Okay, I bet that's not feminist in the least. So let's look at that.
I'll tell you what, mate. Actually, Prince, mate, I've been longing for this for a couple of months now. Between me and you pick any fucking BuzzFeed article and we will destroy it. Between me and you, mate. We'll just nosh it up like a fucking free buffet, mate.
Okay, yeah, we could maybe do a collab. I just did one with Cognitive Thought, and he has not published it yet. But
oh, you lucky bastard!
Yeah, he's cool. We're pretty good friends at this point.
Yeah, he's good. I really like him. He's fantastic, logical, informed, and still humorous.
Yeah,
which is the main thing, I suppose, isn't it?
I like the way he goes on tangents on when we talk. Like he goes on fast talking tangents, which I appreciate. So 3 girl groups to know. They're smashing the patriarchy with their music. Oh, looks like it. Look at them. Jesus fuck.
Oh, looks like she's biting her fucking tit more than anything.
The patriarchy is shaking in their boots. I like to know is the patriarchy, when you refer to the patriarchy, is the patriarchy shaking in his boots or in their boots? Is it a singular entity? That's what
actually, the patriarchy is actually personified in this entire photo, Prince. You got to see up on that banner at the top. You see that is not M&Ms dropping into their face, but jizz. That's what it rains down on them.
It does kind of look like it. It's also maybe some sort of crunch berries. But okay.
Oh, crunchy jizz.
So the tuts. So the tuts obviously are intersectional. Look at them. They look so intersectional.
Oh, hang on. How are they the tuts, by the way? What makes them tutty? Is there an
what does that even
tuttiness
mean?
about them,
what does tuts mean?
Well, it says the tuts. It says up there the tuts. What is the tuts? What's a tut? What is a tut? Do you get more than one tut?
I thought you would know because you're British, but let's keep going. So, and they're wearing bomber jackets like they're Air Force. Teen Vogue.
That explains all of that.
Finding solace in music is what ultimately inspired best friends Nadia, David, and Beverly Ishmael to form their band, The Tuts, in 2009 while in high school. People weren't very nice in our class year. There was a lot of racism. Oh, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, who was nice in their fucking class year? Any fucking year. For fuck's sake. It's school, you twat. Fucking hell.
And by racism, you do mean microaggressions. Can I touch your hair? Oh my god, why did... So,
why were there? Has anyone ever heard of anyone being like, oh, can I touch your hair on a black person? Has anyone ever seen that? Because personally, mate, I have not. And Anyone else I know has not either.
Well, I think what it comes from is from people who are actually friends who end up kind of, because friends touch each other sometimes,
You feel like
and
a
it's
kind
like,
of patting motion.
yeah, I don't know. Says Beverly, the group self-taught drummer. Oh, surprise, surprise, she's self-taught. It was kind of tough, adds Nadia, who served as the guitarist and who serves as the guitarist and lead singer. They're already making it into like weird militaristic language. I
arms right there.
I used to get human pinball played on me. That's why wait, what is that? Human pinball played on me.
How?
I don't even know what that means. Okay, that's why we turned to music. Well, congratulations, you're now in teen vogue. The duo who cite the Libertines. Oh, the Libertines have one good song that I know of. Who cite the Libertines and Feeder as musical inspirations. Started playing together in Beverly's garage and wrote their first song at age 16 in 2011. Nadia decided to sign the band up for a talent competition in hopes of getting their name on the map and truly giving a professional music career a go. That was the biggest mistake ever, but it turned out well because you're in teen vogue in the year 2017 and you are woke. She remembers laughing. You had to pay for registration. It was all just a massive con. Although the contest ultimately didn't result in a career boost, it did introduce Nadia and Beverly to their third band member, and now soulmate Harriet Davidson, who stepped in the last minute for their bassist, who had parted ways with the Touch shortly before the competition. I played electric guitar in another band, but I never played bass, and when I heard blah, 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 I was addicted to playing with them, and blah, 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 blah. Where does it get to the feminist part? Where does it get to the feminist part?
Skip.
Oh, shit. I'm hearing music. Go to hell. Okay, there it goes. Okay. We never set out to be a riot girl band or anything. Yeah. We saw punk boy bands and just thought, we want to do that. And it's great that there are more female punk bands like us for other girls to look to nowadays. The past September, the trio released their debut album, Up Your Brain, and continued to shred the patriarchy one stage at a time. You still haven't told us how, though. I want to know what you are doing to the patriarchy. What are you doing to get under his skin? Because I will call him, and I will tell him to abort your fucking fetus.
Right? I mean, totally spot on, mate, right?
We're battling both undercover racism and sexism because most bands in the punk scene are white men. Oh, so you're playing music and you don't happen to be white men. You know, it's funny. I used to do that as a gay guy with my black drag queen bandmate and my black lesbian bandmate in my other band. But you know what? The difference is I wouldn't get interviewed for Teen Vogue and tell everybody about my secret subversive plan to change music by mixing races and sexualities and all this stuff. Do you know why? Because I thought that was tacky. I figured I would rather just do it and make the music scene more diverse without talking about it, as opposed to like having my selling point be the fact that I'm a gay guy and my drag queen bandmate happened to be black. I figured the second you start talking about it too much, the second you're already annoying.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I've always said that. I mean, I've always said if I meet someone and within 30 seconds I know their sexuality, I'm not going to fucking like them.
Yeah. And I felt like it was pretty obvious that our band was gay. My band name was called Waylon Smithers with the drag queen and I. But we didn't try to be political, and we would talk about it behind closed doors. We'd be like, yeah, just the very fact that our band exists is a political statement on a certain level, but like, we're not going to pretend to be some like political band because that's tiring, that's tedious, that's annoying. We don't We would rather just make good music and hope that people like our music, because that's going to make a better impact than if we're trying to sell everybody on the fact that we're a political band.
Whatever happened to the band, Prince?
Well, ultimately, I would say that neither of us were ready to really, really be a band for separate reasons. I had my own personal issues going on, and I was better, more consistent behind the scenes as a songwriter and electronic producer than I was as somebody who was, you know, like booking shows and that kind of thing. Like I just wasn't, and my bandmate was particularly good at being a drag queen and was very busy doing that and going to gigs.
Everyone's got skills. That's cool.
Well, and going to gigs where they would, you know, perform lip sync numbers and do elaborate dances, but didn't have a whole lot of time to practice vocals, which are very hard. So we weren't ready to like take it to the next level, even though people really liked it. So that's what I would say.
I'm going to actually have to drop out right now. I'm going to collapse and sleep.
Okay. Well, it's wonderful to have you on.
That was good talking to you, man.
Yeah, fantastic to meet you, my man.
Yeah, and yeah, we should hang out again sometime soon.
Definitely, man. Yeah, shoot me a link next time you got to hang out, and if I'm available, I'll jump in.
Yeah, we can maybe even try and plan something a little bit more. Because I almost never plan anything, but I want to try to come up with a stream where we get some, you know, people like myself and you, and who I'd really love to chat with is Vernaculus. Like people who came from the left, who are making YouTube videos, who make a specific style of YouTube videos, taking apart the left. It would be cool if all three of us were together at some point.
No, I'll give him a shout tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Well, see you later. See you later, AJ.
Good night, bro.
Bye.
Uncle.
I do. Lovely to meet you.
Bye.
Oh, they're both lovely, aren't they?
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna see if I think I'm gonna check my Twitter messages. Tell a story or something, because I'm getting a lot of
I'm gonna tell a story, right? Basically, wow, okay. Right. It was a very, very long time ago, and I'm sure everyone here, right? If you're not having right, if you've had a girlfriend when you were living in your parents' house, and then that was that first time that you stayed over in their parents' house. So you've stayed over, and you know everyone was just like, her father says to you good night, and you look him in the eye, and you both know. He looks you in the eye and says, "I know you're going to be fucking my daughter tonight," and you look him in the eye and say, "Yep, I will." And then then you fuck his daughter for but that's not the fucking worst thing. The worst thing I had about one of those nights was when I had to have a pee. The first night I stayed over with my fucking missus when I was like 17 was get up in the night and have a piss because her parents' bedroom was just over the other side of her fucking bedroom, which means I had to make the decision of whether or not I was going to pull the flush or I was just going to fucking leave my piss just soak in. What would be best? I had no fucking idea. So in the end, I took a bit of tissue and I folded it up and I put it in the piss to make it look like a girl did it. Basically, I blamed it on her. Who the fuck just laughed?
Me.
Fucking hell, Prince. That was a really low laugh, mate.
Wait, did I sound low? Did I sound like not like myself?
Sorry, yeah, you did. Yeah, that sounded nothing like you.
Well,
Here's
the thing.
Even know you were there. I thought I was just chatting to like the air.
No, I was actually just I was checking my Twitter and sending some invites to the hangout. I have many different voices. If I'm just hanging out and talking and stuff, I sound gayer and I, like blah blah blah.
I completely, yeah,
But
I'm totally with that, mate. I'm
yeah,
totally with that. I mean, we become both of us come from the same kind of familiar backgrounds, don't we? When
yeah.
it comes to professions,
But
right?
one of the things that happens is that when I hang out with gay guys and everybody talks all like with all nasal and gay, I start sounding like a straight guy around them. And for
Oh,
what?
really?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know
Oh,
what
you're
it is.
joking.
Yeah, no, like a bunch of gay guys think that I'm this like super
Can we
aggressive.
give it a go? Can we give it a go?
I can do my
No, I
best.
mean, if I be a
Usually,
nasal,
no, usually it's because I get drunk. And I'm trying to like, no,
oh,
this
come
is
on.
like how I actually start talking. Like, listen, dude, you have to understand. Like when I'm around gay guys and they all talk all faggoty, I don't really feel. I think that the thing is, I am an outsider, and
So they'll be
yeah.
like, oh, but why don't you like me? I thought you liked me.
Is that your gay voice?
No, I was trying to do an American, very gay voice. Ah, fuck, I don't know, mate. I'll tell you what, my best mate's gay, and
Wrath of
he is the
Controversy
least
tried to
gay person in the world. Least gay person I've ever met.
Wrath of Controversy tried to say that he was going to sleep, but apparently
Is he still here?
Did I? No, I didn't say I was going to sleep. I said I was done with that stream because, Jesus fucking shit, I was streaming for 3 hours on my channel. Didn't start the channel to stream, man.
Stream's totally evident.
Well, Wizard of Cause left. I'm sorry I didn't check until that like
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
That was the first
I wasn't asking.
That was the first time I've streamed with him, so like
Oh, I understand. I wouldn't want to scare him off with a little shit like me either.
And I'm ever so sorry.
No, I
bro.
didn't even read my my Twitter at all until right after he got off. Because and I've met his lady friend before, as I mentioned in the stream earlier. Like I actually met her in person.
She seems like a sweetheart.
Yeah, she's
nice?
cool.
No, I'm not trying to come on to her or anything. I'm just
I'm not trying to come on to her, but how big were her tits?
All right, give me a rough estimate at least.
She was well proportioned, I will say.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's good. That's good for him.
Good for her.
and her too. I was gonna say good for him because, well,
not me. If I've got to fucking imagine international tits, for fuck's sake. Prince, what were you saying, mate? Sorry.
Oh, I don't remember. Oh, fucking my friend. Okay, I have to send somebody. Talk, guys. I have to send somebody a message.
Wait a minute. What about fucking your friends?
No, my fucking. I always have to send this guy email with the.
How is it? Why is it? It sounds you got to go like fucking your friends and then follow up with like deep throat and a breath like. Oof.
I believe we call that an alternative breathalyzer.
Is that what it's called? Is that a thing? Have I
that's
just
what
made fun of your disability? I'm so. I would say I'm sorry, but to be honest,
no,
mate,
no,
I'm
no,
just fucking not.
No. A breathalyzer, like you blow into it. That's the whole joke, Uncle. That's the whole joke.
Oh yeah. I think I went to school with a girl like that.
Although I must say, your accent reminds me of oh fuck, what's his name? The tall, skinny guy. He's English guy. He's in like every goddamn movie.
Yeah, that narrows it down beautifully. Well done, son. That's fantastic.
I know. He's no, not Hugh Grant. Fuck Hugh Grant.
What do you want from me? For fuck.
No, I mean your accent reminds me of shit. Well, he's the father of Underworld. He's also in Hot Fuzz and like every Simon Pegg movie. Tall, older gentleman, probably in his 60s.
Well, Simon Pegg.
No, fuck, not Simon Pegg.
No, let's go. Bill Nye.
No. This guy is probably about 20 years older than Simon Pegg, if not older. He's in Underworld. He's the main villain in Underworld. Is that his name? The villain in Underworld, the guy who's like the father figure of the chick.
I don't know, bro. You're the one who wants to know it. You fucking Google it.
Oh my god.
Just fucking Google Bill Nye.
Alright, now we can't keep the stream.
You
Thanks
guys,
for that.
I just got.
I said it with an A, not an ER. We're fine.
You guys, somebody. I don't know who this is. If it's one of you who's in this hangout, somebody, apparently, a fan of mine, made a Twitter handle that is supposed to. Okay, so Prince of Queens, my original avatar that I use for hangouts, is from the movie Seed of Chucky, and in it.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Yes, it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm glad
but
you caught up with us, Drunkle.
Yeah, it's
All right.
it's-
Sometimes it takes a little longer. Fuck you.
everybody knows that.
It's alright, sweetheart, we get it.
It's Seed of Chucky with glasses that I drew on because I wear glasses, and then in Chucky's real life person name is Charles Lee Ray, and then Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky's mother is Tiffany. Somebody made a Twitter account that is called Tiffany Lee Ray, and they're making pictures, and they just tweeted it. And so I'm going to screen share, which is I think what they wanted. Wait, hold up. I should present.
It was not me, dude. Before I joined the stream, I was playing video games, dude. It's not me.
What do you mean? I'm still playing video games.
Well, look at this shit. It's weird. I think it must have been when I was talking about me living in San Francisco.
Oh my days, that was weird.
That
And
is
it only
weird.
flashed as well. That made it even worse.
It's pretty
What
amazing,
the
though.
fucking shit?
Wait,
Why
how?
did it-
Oh,
Jesus
Burn
Christ.
that bridge
I was gonna
down.
say, how does this person have 2,000 followers? But this is somebody who I don't even know who they are, but they changed their name just to do this, and that's amazing. I'm following them.
But imagine if that wasn't a Photoshop. Imagine if they just had all those 3 dolls and they went.
I
"Oh,
don't
we're gonna
know
go over
how
to that
they-
bridge and take a photo. And we're gonna
I don't know
send
how
it to
they
Prince
did
of
this
Queens."
though. Like that's an elaborate Photoshoppy job. Like whoever did this is they're a pro with.
I bet they're watching you right now.
I hope they are, and I'm following them because
Get your
Mysterious.
dick out, Prince. Really show them.
So,
Stranger
Uncle, by
in the
the way,
closet.
it is Bill Nye or whatever.
It was
however-
Bill fucking Nye. Oh,
I'm sorry, your accent reminds me of a younger version of Bill Nye. Like, I don't know,
Yeah,
probably
the younger
earlier than
version of
any
Bill
movie
Nye
I
was
saw him
still
in,
Bill
but like
fucking
how
Nye,
he
just
probably
younger.
would have sounded in '91. Like, you sound like how he might have sounded in like '91 or so.
Yeah, that's fair. I kind of like to go with my own sound, but I'll take that.
Well, I mean, it was intended as a compliment, but you know, never compliment your drunken uncle. That's the lesson I learned my first Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it got a bit convoluted there, didn't it, mate? Yeah, I do appreciate that compliment, but also fuck you, apparently. I don't fucking know
Also,
anymore.
fuck you.
Well, here's the
So this
lesson
is
I
how
learned
I
from
know
this
I'm in the
stream.
right place. Is when
fucking-
I compliment someone, they say thanks, and then fuck you.
You're a good lad, mate. I'm glad I met you. Nice one.
Well, I'm glad I met you as well. Anyhow, seriously, I'm not particular at this point.
Yeah, Prince.
What's
what
up?
was it?
You were talking about
Sorry,
something before I rudely interrupted you with my revelation.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's Canadian. I don't know.
I'm not Canadian.
All right, mate. All right. That's enough.
Yeah, he's no sap sipper.
I say I'm only Canadian when I'm in Europe and I don't want to be beaten in the street. The rest of the time I'm American.
Hey, you guys! I'm gonna end this stream because I want to have it archived with Wizard of Cause because he was telling some funny stories. But I'll start.
Cool.
I'll start another one. Is that cool?
Yeah, sure.
That's fine.
Okay, I'll hit you all up. I can remember you all. Okay. Signing off. I'll start
Nice one,
back up.
Prince.
Okay.
All right, sounds great.